Hello, Booktube. Sagalong 2024. I've got some notes on it that are going to help me. We've been doing this for quite a while now, an annual event. And this year we're going to do the Saga of the Volsungs. We're going to do our announcement videos this week. And then in the next couple of weeks, it's a short saga, we're going to do a wrap-up. And the Saga of the Volsungs is one I've never read. I've got an interlibrary loan here. They're easy to find. You can find them on Project Gutenberg. I've noticed a bunch of the hosts have the Penguin Classics version. And mine is from the Scandinavian Classics, Volumes 35, the Saga of the Volsungs, the Saga of Ragnar Lodbrok, which I believe was originally part of the manuscript that had the Saga of the Volsungs, together with the Lay of Kraka, Kraka. Mine is translated from the Old Norse by Margaret Schlock, and it's, like I say, it's Scandinavian Classics. This is the American Scandinavian Foundation in New York, W.W. Norton Publishers. I'll show you this here. It's sort of interesting. You never know what you're going to get from interlibrary loan, right? And I'm actually sort of interested in seeing this. And this came out in 1930. It does have a bibliography in the end. The saga is, I think, 13th century when it was written down. It was mining information from 5th, 6th century. I'm not sure anybody's absolutely positive. And because it goes so far back in time, it does have some of the mythological and fantastical elements that I think are going to make this very, very, very interesting. It was a source book for William Morris, J.R.R. Tolkien, you know, the people who are in love with that idea of the North, like C.S. Lewis, and their whole crowd, the Inklings, which many of you will know. So I've never read it. I think early on, one of our co-hosts, Tilly, read it. And we're getting to it now. So Sagalong itself started in 2019, and I thought I'd put this out here because you're gonna see a host we don't have. We've had many hosts over the years, and it's always great fun. And then we have folks that were in groups that would read it, maybe didn't do videos, but we had conversations with, which was always, and I hope that happens this time too. So I had done the Dragon Riders of Pern, a read-along with Elena Macrodina. And she had a Booktube channel back then, and it was a wonderful Booktube channel. And we had a conversation about other projects, and she came up with Sagalong. And I remember the conversation where it happened, talking about the name, how it would be done. So this is, Elena doesn't do Booktube videos, but I thought it was important to point out, and some of the other hosts will too, that this is her brainchild. She's the creator of Sagalong. And that was in 2019. We actually read, we get this idea that we read in April all the time. Actually, the first year, I think we read in late January or February or around then. So it does vary from time to time. So that year was Elena Macrodina, Lukash from Totally Pretentious. Many of you will remember him and his Booktube channel, which was wonderful. Crystal Biblioatlas again, and then Steve Donahue, and myself. Tilly was there, who is a co-host this year. She'll have to forgive me, I can't remember who did videos and who did conversation, but Tilly has been there since the beginning, and so this thing has had a life it's been great fun. Some years we were very structured and would read a large work, Edgel's Saga, Njal's Saga, something like that, or we'd break it up over a 4-week period, and then everybody would report on each section. Some years we would do partly together, and then everybody would pick some shorter works to finish out their month. This year we're going to do a little different. We're going to read a shorter saga, although sort of a foundational saga, very magical saga, I'm hoping. That's what everybody tells me. Like I said, I haven't read it. And we're going to do this announcement video. Hopefully we'll have conversations with folks, and then we'll wrap up in a couple weeks. It's a little loose because everybody's very busy, but we all wanted to do it. And so this year, from what I understand, we have Jack the Rambling Raconteur, who I think Tilly has read it and Jack has read it. And they'll probably have some extra insights because, of course, they've delved into this before. And Tilly's Shelf. Vin at Revenant Reads has been around with this and talking about this and loves the Viking lore, which is always fun. Sean D. Standfast, who's been around for this for quite a while, and will bring some interesting points of view to it, I'm sure. The other Mark, or maybe I'm the other Mark. We'll ask him. Mark at Book Time with Elvis, whose channel I love. He'll be doing it. And then that other gentleman who's been here since the beginning, Steve Donahue, will be doing it. So if anybody else is, please let me know or let the other hosts know. Please make videos. If you don't have to be on. The list is just people who've been having a conversation. Anybody can join in this, and we would love to know you're doing it. So I'm going to hashtag Sagalong 2024. We've always done that in the past for whatever year it was. It makes it easier to find the videos. And I'm looking forward to this. Like I say, I'm going to be reading, what do I call it? So I'm interested in this translation. So it's the American Scandinavian Foundation. And it's from 1930. And it's Margaret Schlauk, I believe is how you would pronounce the name. I'll hold it up here. You can just, pause your video so you can see it. Like I say, I got mine from Interlibrary Loan. You can buy it. I know Penguin has it. And then I'm sure Oxford World Classics must have it, I would think. Project Gutenberg. And it's short. It's a short saga. You can read it probably in an afternoon. And so if you have to wait a few days before you start, I wouldn't let that bother you. So I'm hoping you all join us and you all enjoy reading another saga for another year. Thank you, Booktube.